Hello, good morning, good afternoon, kalimera, kalispera, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're all well. This is Kathy from Divine Debut. Thank you for being here for your daily divine spread, 9th of July 2020, everyone. Happy birthday if it is your birthday today. Yesterday was a bit of a quicker reading. Some people don't actually understand that because they're used to very short readings. Yes, it was a bit of a quick reading yesterday. I want to go a little bit further in the astrology today. So the moon, everyone, is in the sign of Pisces now. Very psychic, right? The moon in Pisces is all about magic. Emotionally going deep. Pisces can be someone that's lost emotionally, looking for their way. Okay, now the moon is our emotions. It is closing off a cycle, obviously, in the sign of Pisces. Very strong psychic dreams. We may be having messages coming through our dream state. This could be being loved and nurtured unconditionally as well, or some of us could be trying to escape emotionally, some sort of a situation that's been very much of an uphill battle. What's important to say is that what I see in the chart is, of course, the sun is still moving through Cancer. Okay, and it's right opposite Jupiter and Pluto. Okay, it's coming up, to be exact, in a couple of days. But before we go into that, we've got Venus sextiling Mercury. I did explain that in yesterday's reading. We've got Mercury turning direct in a couple of days as well. Almost 3 days. And then we've got a beautiful aspect with the Sun and Neptune. The Sun in Cancer trining over to Neptune in the sign of Pisces. It's home. So that's a beautiful, very intuitive time, but also this is a time when we can boost our self-esteem. Try to avoid overindulgence, okay? But if you're wise and you can, move towards things that are very, very creative at this time, there is limitless creativity in this aspect. Okay, and again, very dreamy state with Neptune. This could also be, the sun could also be bringing clarity where there's been confusion as well. So as I was saying, in the next few days, the sun right opposite Pluto and Jupiter. Now, we know that Jupiter expands everything it touches on, right? So opposition is not easy. It's a bit of a tug of war, okay? This could be a time when your confidence, because the sun is our confidence, right? It can be tested. Why? Jupiter is our beliefs. It's our it's idealism. So what do we know to be true? This is a bit of an opposition, okay? The sun can be the ego. Jupiter can be our spiritual beliefs, our beliefs in general, our truth, okay? And a bit of a tug of war. This could be a little bit challenging, of course. Now, Jupiter can also be someone that is from a foreign land, from a different culture. Okay, this could be, as I said, a challenge. This could also make you question your beliefs. It is an opposition, so you're being tested here. But it can bring opportunities for expansion, okay? Expansion, and Jupiter is, of course, worldly, your world views. But don't forget, don't let your ego lead through your heart and your higher self. Okay, Jupiter is very spiritual. Now, another thing, of course, the opposition with the Sun and Pluto, that could be, temptation, seeing some sort of a temptation. And Pluto could be some sort of a power struggle. Again, the sun is ego. Pluto rules Scorpio, so Pluto goes very deep. The sun could show us something that was very hidden, very much of the occult, okay, Scorpio and Pluto. Power struggles, the occult. Pluto could also be anything that we share very intimately. This could be, again, a power struggle. Do I open up, okay, the sun shining on Pluto? Do I open up and speak of my deepest depths, or do I keep that closed? That's a bit of a power struggle. But the sun, of course, can also, through doing the work, I'm going to say, could also bring transformation with Pluto. Okay, so really, really interesting with these aspects. The next 4 or 5 days will be quite interesting. As I said, Mercury is going direct in about 3 days, 2 to 3 days. So all systems go. Venus is direct now. She has been for a little while, but she's still covering the degrees, you know, from 5 to 21. She's covering the degrees where she retrograded over. And we've got an amazing aspect, Venus trining over to Juno. Juno is commitments. It's some sort of a commitment, marriage, a long-term relationship. Venus is doing things that we love. A trine is very positive. So this is love and commitment. This is a flowing energy, and this is positive, a positive step forward where commitments and things that we love are concerned. But also we've got Uranus in the sign of Taurus, in a difficult aspect to Juno. So I would say that if we are not valued, where, you know, if we're in a committed partnership or relationship, we need to tweak something, and we know that Uranus is innovative. It can also be like the Tower, okay? If we're not on the same page, we're not being valued, this could be a radical decision that we make to move forward and break out of anything that's been that hasn't been in harmony and balance for us, okay? And I did say yesterday also Mars is very close to Chiron now, so this is like trying to heal that open wound, putting in the energy, okay? Having the decisive action to move through those wounds and try to heal issues of self-worth. Very, very interesting. And I also want to say a very important thing. One last thing is that the nodes have actually come off the 29 degrees. So the North Node in Gemini and, of course, the South Node in Sagittarius, they've actually moved off that 29th degree. That's a very critical degree. And the nodes move backwards. That's their normal motion. So let's have a look at what the Karma Dharma message is today, everyone. Let's take... We've got Aquarius and the Star, which is a card of hope, of course, a card of social media, communication, of course, friendships, wishes and dreams, but also the Star. We're following our brightest inspiration, something that we want to manifest, something that may have been at a distance, a literal distance, or even a metaphorical distance. As I said, with Uranus, Uranus in Taurus, if we are not valued, okay, that's where the radical changes and the newness comes in, the innovation, the rebellion of Uranus, everyone. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what's going on today. 9th of July, 2020, please, Spirit, thank you. And we have the Ace of Swords at the foundation. This is clarity. This is also a successful new beginning, but this is also information coming in. What do we need to sever ties with? What is our perception of things? What does the future look like? Okay, is there any hope? Let's see what is hidden. We've got the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is some sort of a burden that's coming to an end. We've had to go via another route. We could not go straight towards our goal. This person here needs to take a detour before he can get to his goal. So I would say that his detour is over now, okay, because tens always are an ending. The detour is has come to an end, so now I would say more than likely he's ready to focus on that goal and go for it. Let's see in the recent past. Seven of Pentacles, which was in this position in my last reading. Seven of Pentacles, Earth, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Also, we've got air, so Aquarius is more than likely here. What about the now position? Yeah, this card showed up in the outcome yesterday, Nine of Wands. Okay, so some of you are at the 9. You've been through a lot. What you don't know is that you're very close to the end of this burden. Okay, you've been through a lot. You've stood your ground, but you've still got that fight within you. Let's take the goal section. What are we heading towards? And we've got Temperance, which is Sagittarius. Okay, so this is a card, again, of healing, but this is also divine timing for me, this card. Okay, some of you may want or be dealing with someone that is at a distance. We've got the Star, which is something usually at a distance, communication through social media. Temperance is saying something is happening, okay? Something is being balanced out by spirit, and that don't change your trajectory. Keep your eye on the prize, on your goal. It's only a matter of time. The action and advice is the King of Pentacles, which also showed up in yesterday's reading. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So he's in the action and advice position. Doesn't have to be a he, it could be a she. We know that earth signs are very slow and steady paced. They really study something before they move towards it, but know that each step is a step in the right direction. So this could be your energy. This could be the person you're dealing with. Of course, the King of Pentacles is the most experienced out of the kings. He is usually the father, could be an entrepreneur. King of Pentacles holds that Ace of Pentacles. He wants something stable, something secure. He's actually holding it in his hand. So this is the advice, okay? Also, whatever action is being taken, this promises physical, tangible, new beginning, the possibility of that in reality. But also this could be anything to do with money issues. Let's see what the outcome is, everyone. And we've got the Queen of Wands, and she was, again, in the reading. She was in the last reading. The Queen of Wands is someone that is she's very psychic as well. She's got the black cat here. Luck is also something that she has. She is very creative. She's very spontaneous, very beautiful, very magnetic, attractive, and someone who's also very generous. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Let's have a look at what the divine position tells us for today. And it's funny, she's holding that 10th wand. We've got the 9 of Wands and the 10th wand right here. She's going to do what she wants to create. She's looking at the future, okay? She's looking at the future. And I want to say also, okay, the divine position, we've got the 9 of Cups, which is another wish fulfillment. Okay, for some of you, this could be escapism, like drinking too much alcohol if you've been through a tough period in your life. Okay, some of you may be trying to escape some sort of a situation. Maybe you're in a dreamy state, not based in reality, and this could be very Neptunian. So many cups, right? This can be maybe coming out of confusion, as I said before. Neptune trining over to the sun, this could be something that was quite elusive, confusing, maybe being seen now. You could be seeing the truth. It is right next to that Ace of Swords. What I wanted to say is that also, if you could see how these cards are, it looks as though the King of Pentacles is looking down. She is right here. So it's as though he's looking down upon this Queen of Wands. Now, looking down on someone, that could even mean, I suppose, that this Queen of Wands is in this King of Pentacles subconscious, but this could also be a bit of ego here. When we look down upon someone, that's not very flattering, of course. So for this Queen of Wands, obviously the King of Pentacles is on her mind, okay, and she has him on a pedestal. So I don't know how exactly that interprets in your own personal situation. Doesn't have to be sufficient for all of you. It's just something that I felt I needed to say. So we've got the Page of Pentacles here, which can be a message which promises something based in reality. Again, something stable, something that you could be studying, that you want to make grow. You want to make this grow. This is something long-term. Now, this could be a child as well, a child of yours. As I said, the King of Pentacles is a father. This could be a child of the King of Pentacles. We've also got the Magician, which is a number 1. It's an ace. Okay, this is communication, you know. Mercury, so logic, using your logic. Maybe even having the tools to send out that message right now, having the power to be able to manifest something long term. And we've also got the Strength card, which is Leo. So it's going to take courage. Whoever is wanting to send out that message, I feel as though with Mercury retrograde, someone's had time to redirect their energies to look deeper. And this could be the message, some sort of a message coming through once Mercury turns direct in a few days. Let's have a look. And we've got the Ace of Cups. Now, some of you may have been filling your own cup in the past, but the Ace of Cups, this could also be the beginning of a love relationship in the past, okay? Let's have a look at love. Let's take the Romance Angels and see what's going on in love here. So, 9th of July, or whenever you watch this video, this is when the message will be important for you. Let's take the love messages. We've got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay, and I'm going to say, especially with this 7 of Pentacles here, someone could be looking at their finances. Okay, no doubt here. We've also got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this could be all about communication, of course. I have mentioned that already a few times. Let's take another card. And we've got trust, and we had this yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, now the getting to know each other, that could speak of two people that are from different upbringing, okay? Trust also speaks of beliefs. So maybe there's differences in childhood conditioning. You're from different backgrounds. You've been raised differently. That could be it. And you deserve love. You are lovable. And we've had this recently. Some of you are coming out of a separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. We did have these cards recently. Healing family issues. It seems as though the same cards, the same messages are coming through. It's still asking for you to trust that the divine is manifesting something on your behalf. Let's have a look at the oracle, the Moonology oracle, and see how the moon moving through the sign of Pisces, how it's affecting you. And you know, Pisces is also clandestine relationships. And the moon can be something that is very deep, quite hidden. Okay, could also be deception. So some of you may have some sort of a deception, an illusion, where a clandestine relationship is concerned. You may be seeing things in a wrong way, in a very confusing and unrealistic way. But I'm going to say also why, because the Hanging Man is the card of Pisces in the tarot. Some of you are trying to see the truth. You're trying to align, connect to spirit to receive the messages from there if things have been hidden and very, up in the air. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, and we did have that. That was the last eclipse in the sign of Capricorn that we had. So conclusions are within reach. We're very close to that, and I'm going to tell you also that we are having a new moon again in the sign of Cancer on the 20th. So usually from the full moon to the new moon is 2 weeks, right? So we're almost, today's the 9th, in about 10, 11 days. The new moon, of course, it's not going to be an easy one, but it is a new moon. So some of you in these 2 weeks could be, going through a lot, as with eclipse energies, something is being eclipsed out of our lives, okay? Something that we were not meant to have, something that is meant to fall away. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this star card is all about. What's that concerning? We have the Magician again. So yes, communication through social media, through friendships, learning things off the grapevine of social media. Okay, what else? We've got the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is something that is expanding, something growing. You're waiting on those ships to come through. Obviously, with the Three of Wands, you've walked through that door. You've taken that first step. You've made the decision to turn your back on something and walk through a brand new door. Walk through with your desires. Walk towards what you aspire to create. What's at the bottom? And we've got Judgment. Judgment is, again, a resurrection. It's a rebirth. Okay, obviously we've been going through much transformation with all those difficult energies moving through the sign of Capricorn, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn. Okay, so this is Archangel Michael saying that wake up, okay, whatever's done is done. It's time to resurrect now. Okay, there is help from Spirit coming in after an ending, and an ending that you knew was coming. You knew it, okay? You accepted these 10 swords, and I feel as though someone has been tested and they haven't passed the test. You've put someone through a test, and you're now resurrecting. You're the butterfly that has come out of that cocoon. You're ready to take flight. Okay, with the help of the angels. What's beneath that? We've got the Six of Wands, which does speak of, yes, of course, ego here. Ego. Now, someone's success, I would say more than likely, someone's success and creative ventures, I feel as though there's jealousy here. Okay, this is usually backstabbing, but you knew all about this. The person I'm talking to, whoever is watching this video, you knew that these swords were coming, and you waited until the last sword was given to you. And that last sword is the power that you're taking back your power. And that's with the help of Pluto, I'm going to say. Okay, let's take more cards. And I would say more than likely you're waiting on the proof. Someone's been tested, they have not passed the test. Let's have a look at this Ace of Swords. And those 10 swords do speak of deception, of course. Okay, much deception, an ending of a cycle. Now, but we've got a couple of 10s, so we've got fire and we've got air. So 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. You could be dealing with someone that was very deceiving. They've got strong air. Aquarius is here, or fire in their chart. Let's have a look. There's that 6 of Wands again. So, you know, I usually see this position as the distant past, but also your foundation. Whatever you're creating, whether it's work, whether it's love, a connection, whether it's anything that you're giving to the world, whatever you're giving to others, whatever you're aiding others with, will give you, it will pay you back. Let's have a look at what's on top of this 10 of Wands. And we've got the 5 of Wands. So, yeah, a tug of war. Those oppositions, no doubt. That's 15 Wands, everyone. 15 is the devil. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. We've got the 4 of Pentacles. And I'm going to say, okay, 7 and 4 is 11. The 4 of Pentacles is usually my Taurus card. It's someone holding back, maybe holding on to a relationship that was probably something that they needed to step into. They were holding on to it as they were going through karmic situations, things that they were dealing with that had to be taken care of. So taking care of business, I'm going to say. So this is also someone not opening up, and I would say that the King of Pentacles was someone that was not opening up. Now they're looking, and it could be, of course, if you've got Earth in your chart, you could be looking at this situation. If you were dealing with someone that was buckled up, maybe someone that you wanted a commitment with, because it is a 4. Maybe they were not ready for commitment. They had to walk through some sort of a legal situation. 11 is Libra. It's justice. Let's have a look at that. I want to have a look at the Page of Pentacles. And we've got the Page of Cups, and these could be both children. So someone is ready to send out that message, a message of apology, a message of love. And this could be unexpected. So it's clearing that confusion, I'm going to say. And that could be what could be quite surprising. My last reading was someone's going to get a shock. It doesn't have to be only a difficult shock. It can also be a wonderful surprise, okay? Let's have a look at that. 9 of Wands. And we've got Judgment here again. So in the now position, something's happening where there's going to be a second chance given. Now, someone could be judging you quite harshly. It can go either way. I'm going to say someone's been judged quite harshly. That's why they put their wall up. But now this is a rebirth here, as they needed to go through some form of a transformation that takes time. Let's look at Temperance. And we've got the 9 of Swords. Someone thinks that they're not going to, this nightmare is not going to end. I'm going to say that we've got the Ace of Swords here as well, everyone. A lot of disbelief that there is help from Spirit. Let's take one more on that 9 of Swords. And we've got the Lovers. So it's been really harsh. Someone's been trying to make a decision here between two people, could be. Maybe where their mind is concerned, their logic, and where their heart is. Okay. And what I see here, see that arrow that's right between the couple, that's that 10th sword for me. So some of you are coming out of a long-term relationship. Something has severed, the sword has fallen in between these two. And this could be a separation because of lack of communication, lack of understanding. Maybe it's just the ending of a karmic cycle. Okay, things tend to come to an end. Everything has got a beginning and an end. Let's have a look at that King of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Swords. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got an earth sign that may have strong air in their chart. I don't think, of course, these are also two people. Okay, I would say this is the action and advice. The advice is saying sever ties. Okay, sever ties if you've been dealing with someone that was very malicious where words were concerned, someone that was playing mind games, but also use your sword to sever ties with whatever has been life-changing. And what I mean by life-changing is that I feel as though through these hardships, that's where spirit comes in. That's where someone is forced to align and grow on a spiritual level, not only where life is concerned, but also spiritually. And I would say that now is the time to take the action. Okay, now it's time to create, everyone. Let's take that Queen of Wands. And we've got the Death card. And that Ace of Swords is pointing down here. So what I see here is that obviously this Queen of Wands, she's received those 10 swords. She knew those swords were coming. And as I said, she's been going through major transformation here. She's been going through a death, which means she's been peeling that onion one bit at a time. It's a process. And now that Ace of Swords, this speaks of lies as it's facing down. But this is also very, very decisive action, which is going to bring that change that was necessary for that Queen of Wands. Scorpio is it's the occult, it's money from other sources, from a partner, very Plutonian. So Pluto can be power, of course, but it can also be very nasty feelings, jealousy, deception, lies, and all those dark energies of Pluto, because Pluto has got, all planets have got two sides to them. The good of Pluto is that it gives you the power to help you go deep, to transform from the core. And that's what I feel that this Queen of Wands has been doing. Let's have a look at this Nine of Cups. And we've got the Five of Cups. So 9 and 5 is 14. There's the Temperance. Okay, Five of Cups is leaving a situation behind, changing your perspective, not looking at the past, but looking towards the future. And we know that fives always bring change, a lot of emotion. Wow, and we've got the Hangman here as well. And as I was talking about the Hangman before, Pisces with that moon in Pisces, pay attention to your dreams. Okay, whatever hold up is happening for you, whatever sacrifices you've made, now it's time to give, to love and nurture thyself. Okay, because even though you've loved and nurtured, those 3 cups are spilt. Okay, here. Change your perspective, look behind you, everyone. Pisces is right behind us. It's a dark house. It's something that we cannot see. Okay, look behind you and see that those 2 cups are standing. And we've got Taurus here, marriage, commitment, religion, restrictions, traditions. There's that Tower, everyone. There it is. You've walked through that door. You've made the decision. Now it's time to rebuild. Rebuild on something that's much more spiritual, much more traditionally aligned with you. And the Hierophant, we know, is also family. So this could mean a commitment. Remember what I was saying before about Juno in a beautiful trine to Venus, and also Juno in conjunction to Uranus. Uranus is I'm breaking free, because we're not on the same page, right? I want to take one card on these two characters here. And we've got the Hermit. Wow. And this is Virgo. Okay, someone's been looking for the answers. The Hermit is someone that's ready to come out of their cave. And I do see it here as three people. Okay, so who's standing in the middle? Someone who's become a hermit, someone who's grown spiritually, someone who could be a spiritual advisor, could be someone who is trying to, looking at the details. That's Virgo, looking at the finer details, being very discriminative, but also someone who needs to take care of themselves. Virgo is also the house of health. Okay, so we've got 3 nines. 1, 2, 3 nines. We've had a few tens. Oh, we've got a 4th 9 here. 4 nines are 36. 36, 3 and 6 is a 9 again. Interesting. Close to the end of a cycle, everyone. No doubt. No doubt. Let's have a look at those love messages. Okay, as there's going to be a chance getting to know each other and trusting. It's asking that you have faith that even though finances may be a bit of an issue now, don't forget we've got the Death card, which is money from your partner, you know, okay, the money through the partner. And this could be someone's been taken for a ride. They've been taken advantage of. And they're going to cut that negative person out of their life. Whoever hasn't been standing in their integrity is now, it's the end. Let's take some love messages. I want to take first on this King of Pentacles. I love my freedom in my life. I cannot handle monogamy and being tied down with one person. If you're still interested, call me. Do you remember how I said that King of Pentacles was looking down at the Queen of Wands? Yes. So that may have been the case at some point. I'm going to take one on the King of Swords right now. So I'm going to say, because the Hermit is Virgo, we've got the Queen of Wands, so there's strong fire here, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. More Sag. I do see the Queen of Wands as Leo, though. And we've also got Virgo here, so could be North Node in Virgo, let's say. Let's have a look at the King of Swords. I can't help myself from falling in love with you every day. So let's take one more card on each of those kings. Wow, we're done. I can't do this anymore. It hurts too much, says the King of Pentacles. Now, I'm going to say that these messages, of course, you could take them as reverse. Let's say that this King of Pentacles is you, okay? Maybe you were in this position of saying we're done. It could work either way. Now, we've got 17 here. 17 is also Aquarius, so that ties in with the King of Swords. Let's take the King of Swords. We have another 7 here. I'm sorry for not trusting you, but I've been hurt before. So we've got a 17 here on the King of Pentacles, okay, which is the Star card, and you know what that means. We've got an 8 here with the King of Swords. Okay, 8 is Scorpio, the house of Scorpio, but it's also Leo, okay, the Strength card. I'm going to take one more on each character just to give you a little bit more. And we've got the King of Pentacles. We are so different, and I don't know if this could ever work out. I don't know what to do. So that equals a 22 now. 22 is a master number, of course. It can also, I suppose, if you could add it up, it's a 4, which means stability. Let's have a look. Stability and home, of course. Let's take one more on this King of Swords. And we have forever yours. So now we've got 18 here. 18, which is also the moon. Let's lastly take a couple of messages for the Queen of Wands, as of course you can change the story to your own situation. You know, the Queen of Wands, I suppose, could be the person that you're waiting on if you were the King of Pentacles, let's say. So 2 cards have opened up. My heart still bleeds for you. I'm not living, just breathing. And we've got, I have loved you from the moment I met you, but the problems in my life don't allow me to follow my heart right now. It won't be fair on you either. That's a 12, which is the Hanging Man. Let's take one more as we did for the Kings. One more. And we have, I need you, I still love you, please come to me. 12, so that's an 18 again. 18 is again the moon. Okay, so I think that that's it for today. I shall leave it there. I do hope that this resonated. If it did not, there's more readings coming through. I want to thank you so much again for all that you do, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Please press that notification bell if you have not. Looking forward to giving you more readings. Sending you all my love. Ta-da.